Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today I'm going to do a personal video, and the reason why I'm doing this because it's important, because my channel is geared towards educating young folks to head them off from doing things that they shouldn't do and just educate them. Because I was fortunate enough to the era that I grew up in, 70s, that I had big, people around me, older guys that was helping me, keeping me on the straight and narrow, and my parents, my mother and my father. So, this channel is more dedicated to educating the young folks. And knowledge is king. If you don't have that, you don't have anything. And people that know me personally, they know that when it comes to the business, whatever that business may be, I don't play. I don't drag feet. I don't make excuses. I handle the business. So, I'm going to share this story with you because it's interesting, because the story is basically I handled the business, but the person at dispute didn't handle the business. So it's like I'm not the culprit here. And then again, I think it's important for me to share the story with you, even though it's a little personal, because hopefully you learn something from this. And it goes something like this. On November the 30th, I received the e-check. And what an e-check is, it's an electronic check. It's kind of like a traditional check, and you have to hold those checks when you receive them to hand out merchandise for them to clear. You don't ship out merchandise before they don't clear. So I got an e-check on the 30th from somebody, and even through PayPal. Even PayPal said, do not send out merchandise before this check clears. So the check cleared Monday, December the 5th. Now, what I normally do, and I do this, whenever people purchase anything from me as far as the DVDs, I send you an email, even though PayPal has sent you an email letting you know that you sent payment, but I send you one too to say I received it, which is actually kind of redundant because you've already gotten it from PayPal, but I do it anyway so I can say I sent it to you, because something could have happened to the PayPal sent notification, and sometimes they're a few days late every blue moon. So this is what happens, and I've stressed this to people. I've posted up 3 videos saying the same thing. When you open up your PayPal account, please be sure to enter your email address and your shipping address. So when anyone's interacting with you, regarding a transaction, they have that information to contact you. And I go into some of these PayPal accounts. If people have sent me funds for my DVD, nothing, no email, no address, which means I can't contact you. I have to wait till you realize that something's wrong. So I stress again, please. I'm not even sure why PayPal even lets you put up an account without that information. They're getting sloppy too, because all that information in my account is there. So if anybody want to reach me directly, boom, they can do that instead of going through PayPal and escalating something that shouldn't be escalated. So the check cleared on the 5th. So I mailed out the item on the 5th, which was Monday. I get a PayPal notification today that there's a case open because, and I'm going to try to read this verbatim, and then I'm going to kind of go into it. Because again, like I said, this is personal, but I think it's important for me to share this. It says, Morris Man, your channel said that I would get an email notification when the DVDs will be sent. This particular person, I don't have the email address, so I can't do that. Sending you the notification you were sending the DVDs, but I have not received any notification. When do you plan to ship it? I think this person, I guess, didn't realize or forgot that I can't ship anything till your check clears. Your check cleared on the 5th. It went out on the 5th. Since I don't have your email, I can't even tell you that I sent it on the 5th. So a case is open up because unfortunately the person that opened this case didn't have the full information and didn't follow through. It's not my fault. Again, if I have your email address, I send your email immediately and I ship out your item the very next day. So I think this person was under the impression that since the email's check, I was going to send the merchandise as soon as the e-check came to the PayPal. No, I had to wait 5 days for your check to clear, so that's why you haven't received the item, because technically it's as if you just gave me payment. Well, not technically. Actually, you just gave me payment December 5th, which is Monday. And today is Thursday, so it's only 3 days. So it was mailed Monday. So you should probably get it Friday, because the post office is pretty quick. You usually get your stuff from anywhere to 4 to 5 days. Majority of the time, most of the time, every blue moon there might be a delay because of weather or transportation. But the point I'm making here is when you handle the business, it runs smoothly. When you don't handle the business, it runs raggedy. And I'm not going to be the one that's going to be held accountable or the bad guy, because I'm not. Because like I told you, when it comes to business, I handle the business. When you send me money, I email you, and then I send out your merchandise the very next day. So, again, this didn't even have to happen, because if there was an email account in the PayPal, I could have easily sent you an email saying that I received, your payment. And this should have really been that, because that was important as far as this particular transaction because of this. Since you sent the email check, I would have emailed you and said, I got your email check. Once that check clears, I'll send you out your item. So I think this person was under the impression that I was going to send merchandise before the check cleared. I'm just assuming. I don't know, because there's some people that don't understand some of the things as far as a check, because that's why I don't want to deal with checks, because I got to physically take it to the bank. I'm like, it's not all that serious for the few dollars that I'm getting. And I appreciate, the few dollars, but, this is not a business for me. It's just me trying to actually help you guys out, so I don't want any extra added hassles, because checks are now unfortunately becoming a thing of the past. It's either PayPal, some other ways of paying, but that check thing, nobody really wants to deal with them anymore, because people could put stops on those checks. They could be bogus checks, and they could bounce. So we moving into a new era, and people are still using this old technology, and it slows down the process, because PayPal is a wonderful thing as far as eBay. A quick example. About 10 years ago with eBay, before PayPal was in existence, what had to happen is this. You see an item, you win it, then you mail the money, and then you got to wait till the money get there. And then if you sent the check or money order, then you got to cash it, and then they send you the item. That could take 2 weeks. Now, eBay, fast forward 10 years later, you don't have to wait for the auction to end. If you want it now, you can click on the buy now, send the money right away, and they can send it out to you the next day with tracking. That's just, it's much better. It's a bigger improvement. But again, I'm going to wrap this up. And the reason why I, did this video, because it's important. Handle the business. Have all your information in your PayPal account. If there's any issues, contact me directly. We don't have to go through the third party, but I understand why we went through the third party, because you don't have my information either, because apparently, they didn't go in and check my PayPal account, and they can get that information and send me an inquiry and say, hey, when did my DVDs go out? Because the way this looks, it looks like I'm the one that dropped the ball and I held the product. No, you sent me a check. And when it cleared on Monday, it went out on Monday. And it's just Thursday now, which is 3 days later. Of course, it hasn't gotten to you yet. We have to communicate. We all have to communicate instead of, missing a step. And then when we miss the step, we think that the other person is out of line. So again, I shared this personal information because it's important to handle your business. It's important to know what you're doing, and it's important to make things run smoothly. Because again, when it comes to the business, Morris Man don't play. Morris Man don't drag his feet. He's not late. He's not making excuses. I got busy and I forgot. That's one word I don't never use in my vocabulary. I forget, especially when it comes to business, because no one wants to hear that. I forget. Write it down. Because, if you notice, most executives, and I've been fortunate enough to be around people that run Fortune 500 companies and see how they operate. And I've never seen none of those people without what they call a Franklin. It's a planner. You write every single thing down you're going to do as far as a meeting, the things you need to do. And you just look and reference it instead of trying to store it up here. You got so much stuff going on in your life, and you just forget. And yeah, you forgot. So you got to write it down. And then you got some people, well, I ain't that old. I shouldn't be having to write it down. Got nothing to do with being old. Got to do with being organized. And those people are organized. And I try to follow, from their playbook as far as being organized. I write stuff down. I refer back to it in a timely manner. I'm not forgetting. I didn't get busy enough that I couldn't handle what I'm doing. Because if you become so busy that you can't handle your business, you need to either cut that business down, or you need to Stop being so busy with other things. You got to do one or the other. You cannot continue to be sloppy, because you got so much going on. There's no organization about it, and you just trying to, handle it, and you're looking sloppy and bad to people when they see that you're not handling your business, But this is not a lecture. It's I guess, just information passed on because, again, knowledge is king. I've learned a lot from just observing people, whether it's in a music setting or a business setting. How do you do that? Because I see that what you're doing is running smoothly. So how are you doing it? Break it down for me, because I'm like a sponge. I want to soak up the knowledge, because, again, knowledge is king. So I'm going to sign off. But, again, hopefully what you would take away from this video today is make sure everything is lined up, And then if there's a problem and you've done everything on your end, then, of course, you need to kind of pursue it further. But when you haven't handled it and got it lined up, and then, you believing that it's an issue on the other end when it's actually the issue on your end, handle the business, take care of it. So until next time, take care. Thanks for watching.